Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being with me. We're doing surf and turf for you today. Flat iron steak, 13, 15 count shrimp. We're gonna do some mustard greens for you. Gonna be an awesome dish. I can't wait to get on this. I can't wait to get it in my face. Let's go over to the kitchen about the dish. Welcome into the show, man. I am so glad you are in the kitchen with me today. I'm rocking a great dish, man. This guy right here, this skillet, will basically be our cooking vessel. Mustard greens. These are gonna give the dish some flavor, some depth, get you an al dente orzo, meaning that it's still got a little bit of a bite to it. Golden chicken right there. Oh my goodness, it's made with so much love. So welcome into the show, man. Thanks so much for being with us today. I'm gonna do a cool dish that's really kind of Southern inspired, you know, a little Cajun inspired. My New Orleans roots kind of came out thinking about this dish. We're doing surf and turf. So it's steak, shrimp, and grits. And there's several components that go to it. Again, it's all kind of fall flavors, but again, just about my family and my roots. And so I'm gonna get started right now. We're doing 20-minute grits. So it'll take us a little while to get these bad boys going, but I wanna get my water boiling. That is 4 cups of water. And the 20-minute grits are 4 to 1. I'm not opposed to anybody using quick grits. If you want to use the 5-minute ones, you can. It's pretty much the same process, but these are 20 minutes grits, so they're going to be really good. We'll get our water going. Let's get that bad boy turned all the way up so our water will get boiling there. So we're using a flat iron steak here. Man, I love the flat iron, that marbling in there. And we can sear it off in just a few minutes and make our slices, and it'll still have a good color to it, still have some rareness to it. And so, but it's just flavor packed because of all the fat. And so all I'm gonna do here is season it up. Listen, this is beef, and you can, man, beef takes a lot of seasoning. So we really wanna give it a couple of rounds of salt. This is just cracked black pepper. And I'm gonna, load it up, okay? I'm gonna also give it some chili powder and some paprika, just so I can get a nice crust on there. And man, I'll flip that guy over. And this is where all the marble comes in. There's a fat layer that runs through there. You can see all that. We'll season this side up as well. Salt and pepper, and just do a good job of it. And then the same thing with the chili powder and the paprika. And I just want to get my hands all in there. Just love on it. Whatever you want to do, just give it some loving. Give it some loving. And I'll take about, I don't know, 1/4 stick of butter. Add right to my cast iron skillet. Just roll it around till I can hear those tongs right against the bottom. And it's ready. We really want to get a good brown on this. Man, it's only going to be in there for a few minutes, so we want to make sure that we get it nice and seared. So we get that pan good and hot. We want that bad boy hot. I want to get it going. That butter is starting to brown right there, just like that. Get that in there. We're gonna let that bad boy go. My water is almost to a boil here for our grits. So we're gonna add some salt. You wanna make sure you salt this water for your grits. You wanna make sure that it has good flavor. Grits are really bland if you don't give it some love, okay? And so we'll also add to that, take our tongs, we'll add right to that some butter. About a 1/4 tablespoon or so of butter, and just get it going. And our water is about to start boiling. That's looking good. This is not going to take us long at all. We really want to just get it turned over. It's really in and out. We don't want any burning on that. That paprika, man, the chili powder will burn. And once I've got it flipped over, I'm gonna turn it down to low and just let it kind of go for me. Just let it go. And we'll slowly add our grits. This is the process too. You wanna make sure that your grits aren't lumpy. You wanna make sure that they don't clump all together. So we whisk the entire time as we put them in. That's just part of the job. Because I'm telling you, if you don't do this and you just dump them in there, they're gonna just be one giant grit ball at the bottom, a giant grit cake in the middle of your pan. We don't need that. Once I got them really loose, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more salt and pepper. I'm gonna add some black pepper to this right here, but some salt as well. And that is to a boil. So we're gonna turn this guy down to low and do what we always do when we need a timer. This is 20 minutes. Hey Siri, set a 20-minute timer. And just make sure that you keep these guys stirred throughout the entire 20 minutes. Those are gonna be amazing because we're gonna add a little cheese to them too. They're gonna be really, really good. And we're gonna just give another flip to our flat iron. Look at that crust. See, that's what you want. The paprika and the chili powder make a really nice dark crust. The Maillard reaction starts really good when you add those two flavors to any piece of steak, man. So listen, when we get back, we're gonna move on. We got our shrimp to go. We got our vegetables to cook. We're gonna make greens as well. Hey, I'll be back in just a bit. Chef Brooks about the dish, baby.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire.
Now make sure you follow the manufacturer's suggestion for your grits. This is 4 to 1, 4 cups of water to 1 cup of grits. All right, welcome back. Man, our grits are going really, really good. I gotta make sure that I keep it down at a simmer. I mean, as low as I can get that burner. I mean, because we wanna make sure that we cover all 20 minutes. Now, I have our steak sitting here. It is ready to go. It looks delicious. We're gonna just kind of set it out of that skillet right onto this clean plate right here so that we can set it to the side for now. Because right to that same skillet, and I have it turned down to low, we're gonna add some heirloom tomatoes. They're gonna start to let out all of their juice as soon as you get them in there. And we wanna keep them just rolled up. We're gonna add some carrots. And these are baby carrots that are already peeled and ready to go for you. Add them right to there. So I've been trying to be inspired by having color and making sure that our dishes look really colorful and are pretty. And so we want to grab that onion that we have there. Let's see, let's grab a knife right there. We're going to use half of the onion for right here, our vegetables, and the other half is going to be for our mustard greens. So we'll just take our onion, and I'm going to just, really it's a rough cut. And a rough cut is just, you know, maybe 4 slices across the onion, 5 if you're going a little bit smaller. But we're going to keep it all together right here in the skillet. And I'm going to go ahead and get that guy turned up and let the juice come out of those tomatoes. Add a little bit of butter here. Season this with salt and pepper. This is going to be a really cool color component to our dish. Give our dish all those, it's just pop. We got to have our dish pop. That's the goal. And be good. We want it to be good too now. Okay? Let's grab a spoon. Just get it going. Now, the only other real thing that we want to do here with these vegetables and these tomatoes is add some garlic. And I want to make sure that I don't do it too early because we don't want that burn that you'll get. We want to add it right here when there's some liquid in the bottom. And then, yes, we have onions in there, but we also want to add shallot right here. Base flavors. Because of that butter that we added, it's just going to give this dish just a lot of love. And look at that right there. You can smell it already. Get back in there. Where are you going? Tell me that doesn't smell good, doesn't look good. It's gonna make our dish pop. It's gonna make the shrimp and grits just pop. Now, we're at a good time here. Let's grab that whisk. Let's make sure we keep a good eye on these guys because you wanna make sure you keep them stirred. Want to make sure you keep them going. We've got it way down on low, and I'm going to add to those still another tablespoon of butter. Just get it whisked in. Smelling really good too. Oh my gosh. Now, just make sure we don't burn that garlic. While we got those tomatoes, we're just trying to sweat this down. That's all we're doing is sweating down the onions and the tomatoes and the carrots, softening them up while giving them that butter flavor. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. Hey, where you going? Get back in there. Just like that. That's gonna be so good. Now, the next thing that we're gonna do for the dish is our shrimp. And these are a tiger shrimp. They have the tiger stripes on them, that black and gray stripe, and they're a big shrimp. This is like a 13, 15, and that's 13 to 15 shrimp per pound. That's what that number means on the shrimp. So the smaller the number, the bigger the shrimp. Like if it's a 110 to 120 count, that's 120 shrimp to a pound. And so these are 13, 15s. They're really, really good. We're gonna season these up when we get back, you guys. We're gonna get them ready to go right in the skillet. Y'all come back with me, it's about the dish.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire.
Dreaming of owning an RV? Well, now is the time to add a little comfort to your vacations by investing in your home away from home. Make your dream come true with Wheels RV, the #1 new RV dealer in Northwest Arkansas. We carry brands like Grand Design, Brinkley, Flagstaff, No Boundaries, and Vibe. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV. Find us 5 miles west of I-49 under the Tontitown Water Tower.
So many people have a real struggle to find their place in the world. But, you know, I've helped thousands of people as a real estate and lifestyle expert. As a result of that, I really understand the personalized nature and process of discovery.
Man, I feel like I found a really nice home here, for sure.
Well, and that's why I bring people inspiration that you provide, so you can stimulate their hearts and minds.
Yes, their stomachs as well. I'm a stomach guy, man.
Me too. Contact me. Let's spend some time exploring your hopes and dreams. Then I'll go out and find it for you.
And so really all it is just a lemon butter shrimp. We just season it up real good with salt, pepper, chili powder, and paprika. All right, man, we are really styling. We got a good smelling, good looking dish going on. I have a little 4-cheese blend here, Gouda and American and Parmesan, and then American Grana cheese. And we're gonna add it right to our grits. Our time is almost up for these guys, and we wanna give this just that flavor of the cheese. Give it a chance to melt really good into our grits. And man, I'm just telling you, that Grana cheese, that American, all of it, smoked Gouda, all of it is an instant aroma in the kitchen. Wish you could smell it. I mean, I wish you could get a whiff of that right there. So good. And so it's looking good. It's all the way down to low. And I've got a non-stick skillet here. This is gonna be for our shrimp. And we're gonna do a lot of the same things that we did to those vegetables to this shrimp. So we're gonna add seasoning to it, salt and pepper. And man, you can just give it a good dusting of salt and pepper. And the same seasoning, that same chili powder and paprika will go on these. And I want to go heavy on these. We really want a good color on this. These have got to look really, really nice because they're going on top of the grits beside the steak. So we want it to be really, really good. Just, man, and that's it. I'll get it blended up once I get it in the skillet. We're gonna add about 1/3 of that stick of butter right to our skillet. We're gonna add our shrimp right in there. And my timer is going off for my grits. So I get to turn those bad boys off. And they are done. They're hot. They smell so good. And I want a little bit of citrus for my shrimp. So we'll add some lime juice right to this butter, right to our shrimp. And man, they are big and gonna be good. And they don't take very long either. They will not be a long process at all. Add that right to it. That's gonna give it a whole lot of love. Take our spoon and just get those going. And once we flip them over, once we get all the shrimp cooked on one side, we want to let them go in this butter just long enough to get them going and get them started, that pink color we want on them. But once we flip them over, man, we're going to add some shallot and garlic, and we're going to be done with them. We don't want to overcook these. We don't want these to be, tough or anything like that. We don't want tough shrimp. We want them to be delicious. And you can just take your pair of tongs and turn those guys over one at a time. because once we get them over, we're gonna add some garlic and maybe a little bit more lime juice and call them good. Look at that. So good. I love shrimp too. Listen, being from Alabama, being from the South, living in New Orleans, man, the shrimp are just something I just adore. It's one of my favorite things to eat in the world. People ask all the time, what's your favorite thing to cook? I mean, anything that I can put inside my face is my favorite thing to cook. But shrimp is one of my favorite things to eat. I just love them. They're buttery and just pack so much flavor, and they'll take on flavors of anything that you give them. So they really are just super versatile. You can make anything you want out of these bad boys. And that's it. I'm gonna grab one more lemon, or lime, excuse me. Just squeeze that guy over this. And when I come back, man, we're gonna get the greens going and bring this dish all together, show you an amazing dish, show you really a good plate of food. About the dish, man, we'll be right back.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire. Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire.
And the mustard greens are just a southern way. Bacon and onions starts any dish the right way. That's how you get the love going. Add the mustard greens till they wilt and they're ready. Just some seasoning, that's all you need. Bacon is one of my favorite flavors to use. And when you want to dice it up so you can cube it and make it into something crispy, just make sure that the bacon is really nice and cold. I've already cut it down the middle, and the bacon is super cold so it all sticks together. That is the secret to making sure you can cut really nice cubes of bacon. Thank you, Wrights. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I have crisped up the bacon. We've added the onions to it. Took us just a little bit of time to get that done. And our greens are all chopped. These are mustard greens. Man, they don't take very long once you get them into that mix. You just want to get those to where they're nice and wilted, but right into the bacon and onions. Just get it moving around. Man, we're just, again, wanting the greens to cook down just a little bit. It's not like you're cooking the tough collard green or the tough, turnip green. These are mustard greens, so they just have a, little bit thinner fibers to it. They just cook a lot faster. I like them too. They're one of my favorites. And so I'm gonna just get those guys cooked down. They're almost there. I mean, that's what we're looking for right there. I'm gonna turn that all the way down. That is perfect. Blends really good with the bacon and onions. The flavors just work together. And so we'll make us a really nice plate here. Let's get going. Let's wipe this off so we can get a plate going here. We'll take our steak, get it ready to go, and our grits. So the grits are gonna go first on a plate for me. And I will use just a spoon, whatever you want, but we'll get our grits. Make sure you get them nice and stirred, and we'll put those right down the middle of the plate. Just make a little pocket, because I want to make sure I can have my steak go right over the top. And I will just make myself slices of that steak to go right on our plate. That looks so good. Nice and rare. That's perfect right there. So right over the top of the grits, I'm going to leave a little bit of space out to the side for my shrimp. That looks so good. Now we'll bring in our shrimp, and what I'll do with them is just put them all in the same direction. Really being thoughtful with the plating and the ingredients. Just like that. Then, where's my towel? Right there. We'll take our tongs, take some of our tomatoes, just get the colors right. Get all that color out of those tomatoes. Just clump them together. We'll take some of those carrots, that orange, bring it around to the other side. Just like that. Those look so good. Then we'll take some of those greens that have been wilted down. I'm gonna add them over here on this other side of the plate right there. And I bought these already pickled onions because I love pickled onions. I really didn't have time to get any done today, but I wanted to add some right to this plate just for the sake of the color. You tell me that doesn't look amazing right there. I have some Grow NWA microgreens. We love those guys. Thank you, Grow NWA, for all y'all do. I'm gonna add a little bit of microgreens there. We'll add a little bit right there, a little bit right there. You tell your family to come and get it. Oh my gosh, that is flat iron with shrimp and grits. Oh my gosh, mustard greens, carrots, tomatoes, those onions, so good. I hope you'll try this recipe at home. Have a great day. What a great dish. Man, I'm really proud of how beautiful all the colors came out with this great plate of food. Man, the shrimp, the grits, the steak, so good. The greens, just all of it, just a great melting pot of food here. What a beautiful plate. Hey, it's a picture and it's delicious too. Thank y'all for being with me. Check us out on all our platforms, man. Like us, give us a like, give us a share. We appreciate all your support. I'm Brooks, about the dish.